How you guys doing? Charles Colin, the new face of art. The placeholder for the last painting to be done on this channel or in the world, wherever. Which is number 151B96. Okay, so how can I explain this? So this is the last canvas gold bar. This is a placeholder, right? So if you go down here, every single painting is accounted for except right in here. So this is number 97, Connor McDavid. So from canvas 95, this is canvas gold bar, canvas gold bar, canvas gold bar, bar, and then 97, 98, and it goes up. So from 94, 90, this is canvas gold bar. Hopefully I don't screw up here. So canvas 93, 94, 95, and there's no 96 to 97. So I'm one painting short. So this is the placeholder, Untitled. If in the future something happens to me or anything like that, then an indigenous person in the world will put war paint on their face and make the final painting for me of that, this number 96 151B, or this painting. This one's going to be this one will be titled King, and but if it could be switched with 96, which is down here, or vice versa, or they could both be king in the future. I'm not sure, but I'll keep one open with the title open just in case. I don't know. So we come down here from one, so it goes number one, upload number 151 to upload one, excluding these are all our own numbers, whereas canvas 1, 2, 3, 4 all the ways up. But I go by the upload of these because I had to kind of keep it like that, because or it would screw up, kind of thing. It's hard to explain. So 151 to 152. So obviously 152 is here, and it just keeps on. You know, I could probably advance the numbers, but on the paintings it says canvas 97 152, right? So technically this would be 96, then 97, 96, or what is it, 95? I'm getting confused already. 95, then 96. So technically this was Connor McDavid, you know what I mean? But it's an honest mistake. But lucky it was a mistake, because it gives me another canvas I didn't think I had. Because the last canvas was going to be the live one, which this is live. And I always said that the last one would be live, and that's the first one that's live, right? So that's canvas 100. But luckily there's still canvas 96. So let's see. So basically, let's zoom in here. Okay, so this is no. So I'm not even gonna cut it. I'm just gonna join this onto the. And I looked at the, and I had some folders in there, and whatever, doesn't matter. Maybe it'll add to this video in the future, kind of thing. I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about anymore. So this is number 151B, number 96. It's going to be called Untitled. Could be called King in the future. I don't know, for Prince Charles when he becomes king, or his firstborn son. I don't know. Number one thing is I'm a unique artist in the world that transferred paint to canvas, and this is how I kind of want it to look like in the future, the way you see it here. Let's go to the next. So I was looking at different ideas for a frame to see what frames would look like, and I think the gold frame would look like the best. I think this is the one I showed before. Uh, so placeholder. The reason I'm doing this placeholder now is because 5 years ago on my main channel, Chuck Baller, I started YouTube. 10 years ago I had a heart attack, and then 5 years ago I said to myself, well, you know, if something happened to me way back 10 years ago, I'd just blink out of existence at it and all kind of thing, and when I had my art or anything to kind of remember, well, I'd have no impact in the world kind of thing. So this is my way of having impact. These little paintings and that canvas. Let's see if we got this is just ideas I was kind of trying to figure out. Actually, where you see there I have less weight, like in the last, just a footnote if I'm happen to be watching this in the future. So about 6 weeks ago, I decided to change my lifestyle in terms of eating and drinking pop and stuff like that. So 6 weeks ago I cut Pepsi 100% out of my diet, and I went to I'm not on a diet. Just a lifestyle change. It's not a diet. So what I did is I cut the sugar 100% out, where I took the Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, whatever I can, and I had that for 3 weeks. So 3 weeks ago I cut pop, soda in 100% out of my life. Now that was the hardest thing I ever did in my life, because to not drink, I've been drinking pop from day one for my whole bloody life. And I think it's time that I should try to kick the pop and caffeine and everything out of my system. So, make a long story short, so I cut 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, I cut pop 100% out of my diet. So 2 weeks ago, it was 2 weeks ago I cut pop, because for this last 2 weeks, bear with me here. For this last 2 weeks, I cut caffeine 100% out of my life. And cutting sugar and caffeine was the hardest thing I ever did, because I had like a week of each of just pure withdrawals from the caffeine and just feeling sick and everything like that. But I powered through it. I drank water. I drank cranberry juice, low sugar cranberry juice. I think the one that's called Diet, that was cran cherry. Diet only has like, I think, a gram of sugar. So even though I have a little bit of sugar in my life, I cut the pop sugar and the bulk of the sugar out of my life. So since Tuesday this week that just passed, I cut 100% fast food out of my diet. Like I said, lifestyle. Not saying I'm on a diet. So so what I've been doing is every lunch just having a massive salad with salad dressing. People say, oh, well, it's not a diet because the salad dressing's got sugar and everything. And yeah, it's got low sugar in it. But like I've said, I'm not on a diet. I'm just lifestyle change. Cutting the fast food and all that 100% out of my life, right? But what I do is I have meat. I always try to pick the high-end meat, like $10 to $20 for a steak kind of thing, prime rib or whatever, to kind of compensate for losing the fast food, because just to bail out of fast food, and I still got a week to go. I got 2 weeks fast food, but I always gave myself 2 weeks for the sugar, 2 weeks for the caffeine, and I passed all that. Now I weaned myself off. It's still kind of there, but I haven't touched any pop, any caffeine. Haven't touched pop and sugar-free pop in 2 weeks, sugared in 6 weeks, and 2 weeks in caffeine. What does that got to do with the art? I am trying to save money in the future. I'm trying to change my diet so I eat strictly not expensive. Even though the meat and everything's kind of expensive, but that's just kind of my kind of thing to compensate for the fast food. Is I have high-end cuts of meat, and it has kind of worked. But I only eat meat every 3 days, kind of thing. So I don't have it every single day. I eat mostly salads and stuff every day. And you know what? And over time, I noticed my body's kind of craving the salads here and there. And I've been just getting different salads and everything. And I think it's going to be a good lifestyle thing. But what that boils all down to, right now you're probably trying to follow this and trying to figure out what the hell is Chuck talking about, kind of thing, is this. Is to travel the world and push my art, to go to all the big cities in the world and keep on pushing it until finally somebody comes in. I want this piece of art. I want it on the wall. I want time priced art. And I can't do it being, I have to slim down a little bit. I have to save money to travel. Like I have to, when COVID, and the only thing stopping me is COVID. Now you got this Omicron or whatever variant, and we're all just almost through the Delta variant, and all of a sudden we're on this Omicron variant now. So it kind of pushed my plans of pushing the paintings all around the world, and I realized I have to do this in person. So if you're watching this and if you got to this point in the video, let's see what's on the end here. It's at the end. Oh, that's Sophie Wilde owns that one. So this is basically, this one's kind of compressed down. I don't know why it's like that. It's not actually, it's compressed, where this is kind of more real. So what does that mean? So I want to take the new modern gold rush in the world. I have it, called canvas gold bars. Canvas gold bars are money. Everything else is just gold. Fortune favors the bold. Time is our friend. Time is our ally. All the art in the world is over there on the right, and my art, with all you guys that own my art, is there on the left. Now, I'm not stopping until I go to the first major, like New York or Orlando, where some of my paintings already are, or Las Vegas or Miami or wherever in the world. Be it Germany, be it Dubai, be it Paris, be it Russia, be it wherever, be it even China, be it Australia, big centers in Canada where I live. But here's the situation. I'm gonna go from here to New York City. I'm gonna phone all the I'm gonna put on a show there, a small little show. And I'm gonna phone all the big news organizations. I'm gonna say I'm the guy that puts Warpaint on his face and puts it in canvas, and I ask between $1 and $2 million, $3 million, $4 million for each of the paintings, and they're all priced by time. And then they'll out of curiosity, they'll come down, check it out, blah blah blah. It might not sell in New York, but that's not the point. The next trip, say I go to Miami, same thing, get a hold of all news organizations, because somebody told me, listen, you cannot get anywhere sitting on your butt in Edmonton and hoping that that community and the collectors out there will come to you. You have to show up there and make an effort. Like I made the effort to make these paintings every single week for 4 years. So the next part is is I spend the next 5-6 years pushing my art into the world, trying to get the big collectors. So So as I go there and I go to Paris and do the same thing, get the media attention, and then hopefully there'll be a snowball effect by the time I get to Dubai or to Germany. So I go to Frankfurt, Germany, and do a show there, and then along the way I sell a painting, and then that will finance bigger, where I can do a bigger art show and have, you know, and have wine and cheese or whatever, and free for everybody that comes in, and do it proper and do it big, and then go to the next city and do it big to show that my art, this is real, this is no bullshit, and then this is my rest of my lifestyle. And hopefully in 5 years, if this all goes well, all of us, all of you that own my art, me, are well off in the future, and we don't have to worry about finances or anything like that, because that's the whole idea. And people say, oh, you can't talk about money, oh, you can't. This is about money. My art is money. My art makes you money because it goes up forever, and there's nothing in the world that does that, but where it's priced by time. There's nothing. And it could all come crumbling down. People in the world will laugh at me and everything, but I'm sure, say I go to 5 and people say, look at this guy, look at this clown trying to push his art in the world, these small little pieces of art, and he just thinks he could put his face on. You know what, there's going to be one sympathetic guy out there, there's going to be one multi-millionaire, billionaire that who's in the same spot as me. And you look in the world of commerce where people are spending money on crypto, and they're buying little files, basically stuck in a blockchain, and going through the blockchain and updating all the levers, or all the ledgers, and all those ledgers say the same thing. Oh, so and so owns this. Well, here's a piece of art that sits on your wall, and it's not a blockchain, it's physical, it's there. And art will always be physical, even though some are NFTs and everything are all over the place, and those are multi-millions of dollars. And I thought long and hard of putting my art. Maybe in the future they'll be as NFTs. My Warpaint will be NFTs, so I'm working on that still right now. But it comes down to it that in the future, somewhere in the world, upload number 151B and canvas 96 will exist in somebody's house, some corporation's vault, somebody's wall. Hopefully somebody out there enjoys this painting when it's done in the future. Not the painting you're looking at, it's just a representation of what all of them want. This is what I want you, as the person that owns my art, I want to make sure it's a frame like this, a gold frame. This is kind of like what I want you guys to make sure you have a gold frame, even though if you don't like the look of it, kind of thing. Just remember what this represents pure money on the art. The money is the art with these paintings. And even though people say, oh, I don't like when you talk about the money, that, you know, I get this all the time where people say, I don't like when you talk about the money connected to your art, blah blah blah. And I said, well, that's the cold hard truth about it. It is time priced. It's these art are going anywhere from 1,440 minimum all the way up to 2,040 every single day forever. And why no artist in the world ever did that? Maybe somebody thought about it sometime in the past, and they just thought it would be impossible. But I think it's the only thing missing in the world is anything that's time priced. You know, there's nothing really time priced. Just people say, oh, well, there's investments where you earn X amount of dollars a day, but something goes wrong in that world. It drops, where this doesn't matter what happens to the world, the price still goes up. Even if the fiat money in the world all fails at once, this still represents the dollar value, whatever, of the new currency, the new credits, or new whatever in the world. And remember, and somebody could quote this. Say the world becomes one big society. It's all governed by credits, and say every country in the world doesn't technically exist. Say 1,000 years from now, and they say, how can we, even though dollars don't exist and these are 1,440, it will be 1,440 in the value of the, make this very clear, the value of the day in the future. So it's 1,000 years ago, say the value of the credit or whatever they use for money in the future is, say, 1,440 a minute, or 1,440 every 24 hours, or $1 a minute forever. Then it will be, say, in the future it's worth $20 in credits or whatever in the future. You know what I'm trying to get at? I don't know how to explain it all, but properly, but you know what I mean. So it doesn't matter if there's no dollars or no gold standard or there's no yen, there's no Chinese dollar, there's no ruble, there's no Canadian dollars, no American dollars, no British pound. There'll always be value of these paintings according to this time, 1,440 every single day forever, and the value of the money in the future. If you so choose, just go by the dollar second forever. So that's about it, guys. That's about it. Placeholder for number 96. Lucky, and this video shouldn't even exist, because if I didn't miss that 96, this video wouldn't exist. So you wouldn't be watching a video technically today if you're watching this. And every single one of you that, if you happen to be watching the future in the next coming weeks and you see, oh, there's another video from Chuck, well, just if you own a piece of my art or you have a name on the art that is owned by you, 100% owned by you, that'll never change. Because if I went and tried to take a painting back from you guys or anything just for financial gain, you could sue, kind of thing, and I don't want that to happen. So that's why the names never change. The names have changed for a couple that just didn't want nothing to do with it. So I just changed the name since they don't want, or somebody left the painting behind and just didn't see a value in it at that moment in time. So they made it clear, you leave the painting behind, the painting will become somebody else's, end of story. If right now every single person owns a Canvas Gold bar, and this today, what is it, 2021, 12/18, December 18th, 2021, if your name's on the painting, you own it. End of story. All the Canvas Gold bars have to stay together until we get into where I have to show them. I want them shown all once. A couple people that are on loan to promise they will get it back for the show in the future. So technically they're not all together. A couple people just borrowed it just to show friends and stuff like that. Not technically sold. So it's pretty simple. You know, I was looking at the lottery today. I got my lottery ticket. I got a $41 8-number combination ticket for the Lotto Max on Friday, December 17th, 2021. And I'm sitting there dreaming like everybody else probably, like I have $41 chance at winning $70 million Canadian. I checked the numbers today. I lost. But it showed me a simple little thing. it showed me, it taught me something. So when I looked at the winners of the 70 million was in Ontario. I live in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. The 70 million was won by one winner in Ontario. The second the 6 out of 7 plus the bonus was won by one winner on Ontario. And all the extra $1 million prizes that they put, I think like 8 or 10, I can't remember. I looked down the list and no winner, one winner, Ontario. Next winner, Ontario. Next winner, Quebec. Next winner, nobody. On the extra, one on the all the digits, nobody won. Second set of digits, somebody won in Calgary, a city just south of me. So I said to myself, I wasted my money on $41, and here I have 200 paintings with 100, just less than 100 owned out there in the world by all of you that are watching that own it. And I realized that I have a better chance of selling painting to 10 billion people in the world, just 200 paintings to 10 billion people in the world, than winning the lottery. I have more of a chance of selling $100 million in art, as long as I keep it to 100 and 100 and never go above that. Never get greedy and say, okay, well, I sold all my paintings, I want more money, I'm gonna make a series 300. I'll make it clear, and you can quote me on this, there will never be in my lifetime more than 200 of these paintings. 100, and I swear to the universe, to Creator, to God, to whatever in the world, as a native to the Creator, they will never make, and you could quote me on this in the future in the news or whatever, that I'll never make more than 200 pieces of art. Right now, technically, there's 198. Canvas Gold Bar 100 is not done, and this painting, number 96, upload 151B, because there's already 151. I can't just put, you know what I mean, move to 152 and then move 97 to, you know what I mean, because I just explained it. So it's 151B, or I could just put canvas 96 dollar minute paintings. I don't know, see what happens. So it's pretty simple, guys. If you're watching this channel, you're the very few that knows this channel exists, because the art world, if just a percent, say 10% of the art world knew I existed, even if they're curious about this channel, they would be coming here in the thousands. If 20 to 25 to 30% of the people in the world knew this channel exists, and this style of art and time-priced art, it'd be 30,000 to 100,000 views. I learned something on algorithms, and I learned something on the YouTube algorithm and the way people find stuff, and that my channel's invisible to every single person unless you have a 100% invested interest in this channel and invested in me as a content creator, and that's the only reason you're watching this. It's not, chances are of you watching this being suggested or, oh, Chuck, CHARLES COLIN, upload a new video, is very slim, unless you build this channel. If you did build this channel, every single subscriber in this channel would not find me, because they're all invisible to this channel, because YouTube shut the bell off once I switched to this art content from my original. That's why I have so many subscribers. So all the subscribers on this channel don't even know I exist, and a lot of them probably come in random. Oh, who's this guy I'm subscribed to? They don't remember. They see a bunch of art and then they leave. They don't give it a chance, because I still have people bailing out of their subscriptions all the time. I'm not gonna, let's see how much time I got here. 26 plus a couple minutes with the first part I add on to this. We're gonna keep this half an hour around there. So I'm giving my time limit on this, and that's it. So it's a Saturday, December 18th, 2021. What the future holds still, I don't know. What NFTs hold, I don't know. Maybe when the NFTs start happening, I'll put it on my other channel, try to keep it away from this channel, because I don't know if I want to put NFTs on this art channel. I don't know yet. See what happens. I want to kind of keep this pure to these paintings. All the uploads and the traveling you will see on this channel. So what happens is when I go to New York or whatever, I'm gonna do a vlog as I go, saying, and then have people look at the art and everything when I'm there, and you'll see what's happening in real time. That's in the future. Depends on COVID. Depends if COVID dies down so I can get out there, because I am so raring to go. I got a passport and just raring to go. I want to go out there and get this done. I want to see what happens. I want to see what my future holds. I want to see if all my dreams come true. And where people laughed at me all my life, like laughed at my ideas, and then people who laughed at these paintings and everything, but I know the art world and they don't. Everybody that laughed at this art and laughed at me, they don't know shit about the art world. They don't know, they don't understand the art world. I understand, and this genre, this part of the art world doesn't exist. Time-pressed art doesn't exist, except it's existed with me only. And that's my way in. It's my way in. You know what? I wonder if I should just start the timer on this painting, even though it doesn't exist. So when the time happens, when the painting is for sale, then that's the price. Maybe I should do it for the last one and this one. We'll see about that. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being a part of the dream. I don't know when I'm gonna upload another video. It's probably gonna be for when COVID dies down a lot, if I'm even here. You never know what's gonna happen, right? This Omicron variant could be like devastating. I don't know. That's why I decided to make this video now, just in case something happens. And at least if something happens to my art in the future, then somebody could, a committee or a board of Joseph Charles Colin could choose an Indigenous person from across the world. Doesn't have to be in Canada. It could be Australia. It could be anywhere, where they put Warpaint in the face, transfer it to canvas, and then they get a percentage, maybe 50% of the painting or something like that. You know what? 50% of the painting and the sale of that painting. And the Indigenous person chosen to do that, to fulfill the last of my last two placeholders here. And it's very important I get this video up today, because this technically concludes until I get those two paintings done. This painting, number 96 and 100 Canvas Gold Bar. So, once again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for everybody that believes in me, that watches the channel. Thank you for every single one of you that actually even gives a crap to watch this channel and sit here through the whole thing. And the very few that probably sat here to the very end. It's pretty simple. If you're watching this channel and you sat here through this last video, and maybe through time you could be happy that you're one of the first ones to watch this video before something happens in the art world, where my art blows up in the world. Say something happens to me in the future and I'm gone, and then you could say, hey, I was there when nobody knew Chuck, nobody knew his art. I was there for the dream. what can I say? Just in case this is the very last video on this channel and I don't get back here somehow, or something happens, or I don't know. What could I say to the art world, mankind, to the future? Oh, let's... To everybody holding my art, thank you for believing. Thank you believing in my art, and thank you for looking at it if you personally own it before you sold it or anything in the world. Thank you so much, and remember, you're the very few in the world that has Joseph Charles Colin. And to everybody that does not own a piece of art, don't see money as a bad thing. Don't see just because my art is all connected to money and the price going up and everything. Don't see it as a bad thing. See it as a guy that came up with something that was unique in the art world, and the only way to get unique is to put a price tag on it that is very high, and to put a price tag every day that goes up. And don't hate me on that. Just see that here's a guy that took a chance in the art world, took a chance in the world right now, that can say, yes, I have art that's high end, that is in the world. To everybody in the future that hasn't found my art, that is seeing my art for the first time and happens to be watching this video, just keep an open mind to future artists in the world that come up with something that's never been done before, be in whatever controversy it is, be it money, be it the way it's done, be it the style of art. Maybe there's something that happens 100 years, 500 years from now that I couldn't even comprehend now. Just have an open mind that art is 101% in the eye of the beholder. And there's a lot of people out there ain't gonna believe in it because they don't understand. There's a lot of people that don't believe in art, and because they just don't like something they have no control of, or they don't like something that just because somebody's trying to make money on art or whatever, that great. Just have an open mind in the art, and art is 100% an eye to the beholder. Maybe there's people out here out in the world, maybe some multi-billionaire will spend all his billions on one of these paintings, or I don't know, or maybe, and just remember that art is not art is in the eye of the beholder, and money is no object when it comes to art. As long as it makes, if somebody say this painting right here, 500 years from now, which each of my paintings are $250 million, and they spent every single dime just to have this, and this is the only thing they own, and they own and they moved this little piece of art into their little flat with a cat kind of thing, and this is all they have, and then the world saying, how can this multi-millionaire, spend on this? Okay, am I rambling? I'm rambling. You know what I mean? It's art is in the eye of the beholder, and you really look at this piece of art. I want everybody looking right now. If you came this far, 35 minutes in, look at this. What you see? What do you see here? You see, you're probably looking. Well, it's a frame cut out, superimposed on the picture. Yes, it is. But the art that has, when you see it in the flesh, you see the art in the flesh with the frame and everything, it'll look even more beautiful to you. To me, this looks so beautiful. So you look at this piece of art, what you're looking at here, and you're the very few that really looking at this piece of art. You see the triangle, that's the fingerprint that keeps every single one separate by the little, I don't know if you could even see my arrow. I think you can't see my arrow, but you look in the middle, you see the little circle down in the middle of this triangle. You look at all the little white inside there. That's all the fingerprint. That what tells everyone apart. The art is done in literally a couple seconds, and you're looking at this piece of art right now. And the gold streak here, that's the gold, that's the vein that makes the art unique between every single other, all 99 of the other pieces of art that's canvas gold bars. The art, the color is Ben Nye theatrical face paint, which is a medium never been done in the history of art. As far as the Ben Nye theatrical face paint company actually said, that nobody's done that. And every single gallery right now, except for the very few, one in Orlando, one in oh my god, I can't remember the galleries. There's very few that have my art that just requested me to send it to them to see if they could do something with it. The one that ripped me off in Connecticut, there's a gallery there that took two of my paintings and never heard from them. Can't remember. I don't want to even mention that gallery's name in case they come back and I get sued or something like that, because maybe they might say, make something up that they lost it or it never got there, but I know they got there because they were looking at it, blah blah blah. So right now, if you're watching this video and you're looking at this piece of art, this is so unique. This is the only art that goes up every single day. The art of it is going up every day. It's not just the war paint that's painted on this painting, or the value of it, or the price is raised every single day. And people say you can't say value because nobody's really giving value to it. I, the artist Charles Colin, is giving value to this painting, whether anybody likes it or not. So you're looking at something that the whole art world doesn't even really know about. And the very few are just trying to, like, they don't even want to tell other art studios or anybody or galleries or collectors because they don't want, you know, I don't know, maybe they don't want nothing to do with it, or they're scared it's gonna, they have no control of it because the pricing, they have no control of. When some collectors and galleries said they want, oh, we're going to control the price anyways. No, they can't, because the collector will just look in the description. Well, guess what? That's the price and a story. So let's zoom this in a little bit before I shut this video down. Take a really good look, guys. It's probably the biggest you'll ever see in my canvas gold bars, unless you see them in, I don't even know what number this is, and it doesn't matter. I don't even know what number it is, and it doesn't matter. Canvas gold bars are money. Everything else is just gold. Time is our friend. Time is our ally. It's pretty simple. Art, time exists. The price by time exists. This is the only art in the world right now that goes up forever, doesn't stop, and will continue going up forever. And there's not one gallery, one collector, anybody in the world could stop it. It's that simple. You know, I'm gonna take a, should I take a screenshot of this right now? I just did. Actually, let's back it up. Let's do a screenshot of this. Would be, this is the screenshot right here that you can see in the cover. I don't even know which this is, but here's, I'm making a screenshot right now. So let's just look at this, guys, and reflect what you're looking at. What you're looking at is a small piece of art that's easy to conserve, it's easy to travel, easy to package, highly transferable all around the world. The price, you could literally, I could almost say you could literally take your whole, if all 200 paintings are sold in the future and you bought one of these and you put every dime into it and all 200 are sold out there, and you say this painting is $12 million, which would be 24 years, and you put every last dime into it because, say you just want to, and you hold on to this painting, it should hold the value of your money. Even if you did that and took this painting and put it in a vault and came back to it 30 years later, how much would the painting be? It'd be 15 million. You'd still have 2 million on top of your original 12 million. You put it back in the vault. You're living on just bread, and you say, you know what, I'm gonna stay in my little shack and I'm gonna come back when it's 40 years old and it's $20 million. You could do that, and you could sell it. You could probably, if every single one were sold, you could probably sell it for way more than 50 million. And you never know, even in that time frame, it could go to $1 a second, which is 40 times 32 million. Think about that. So I'm gonna just spend a couple seconds here, and I'm just gonna look at this myself and just look at it. Even though it's just a actually, you know what we're gonna do? We'll be right back. So basically, these are paintings that are people own. I take pictures and then people own. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take one painting and I'm gonna see if we can put a wire frame around it and show you what I want it to look like. Of the dollar a minute paintings, not the canvas gold bar ones. So I'm just gonna see if we could find that. See if we can find this one's sideways. This is my Banksy. It's upside down. It's not straight on. One kind of straight on. If you came this far, you know, anything could happen in life. You could be, well, oh, this is the one I had last time. That's how it's gonna look like. Well, it's a Porsche. Our best bet's in here. Maybe this one. It's not showing the whole painting though. It's not showing the whole painting. This one's not a 10 by 10. This is number 3, I believe, but it's not a 10 by 10. I want to show you what a gold frame looks like on. Is this full? Yeah, this is kind of. It's not what I'm really looking for. I'm looking for a fancy looking. Fancy looking one. Let's get a good. Oh, these are kind of like an angle. Let's show you what it looks like when you put a fancy frame around it. This one. This one's backwards, so it's kind of distorted. You know what? I could do the Banksy. It's my Banksy shred, but it's distorted. Could work. Could work. You know what? Let's do this one. Open with 3D paint. So we're gonna crop this so it's like perfect. Even though it might take a little bit out. Take a little bit out there, but this could hurt a bit. You get the idea. You get the idea. It can hurt a bit. So it's cropped. So that's basically what the painting looks like. Now we save this. Alright. Oh, technically. I can drop in insert. Go back to D. This. Oh crap! It's not gonna. It's not what I'm thinking. Actually, undo. We save this. Save as. Save as live cropped. Save. So now we just a second, guys. Okay, now we got our picture here, so we open, we're gonna use paint this time. Okay, we're gonna shrink this down just a little bit. What we're gonna do is pull the sides out a bit. Rotate 180. Rotate 180. Rotate 180. Bring this out just a little bit more. Bring this out just a little bit more. Now we save this. Save it. Hold on. Okay, now we open this. Open with 3D paint. Okay. Okay, what's going on? Not coming in open. Alright, it's open. Now we grab menu. Insert this. It's not as easy as you think. So technically the frame, so it's not quite on the bottom. Let's just save as image. Saved. So basically this is what I want to look like, guys. So let's crop to there. So let's crop the outside. It's like we're looking at the painting on the wall. Done. Save. So what I'm trying to do here is that's done. So what I want to do here is show what all the dollar minute paintings, these the 10 by 10 should look like. Technically look like. This frame probably would be smaller on these paintings, so probably about just this big. But that's the whole idea, is I want everybody in the world to know that in the future I want all my paintings to look like this. Like, obviously you own the painting, you can frame it any way you want, but if you look at paintings 500, 600 years old, they all have these frames on it. And I really believe these paintings are going to be around a long, long time. Maybe the thumbnail should be this, right? You know what? It'll be let's do a thumbnail of this right now. I don't know. Maybe this is the thumbnail. I think this should be the final thumbnail. And that's my future. That is my future. That is my future. If you own my art, that is your future too. Yeah, this is the new thumbnail. If you're watching to the other thumbnail and wondering why I never put, now they have to watch to the end of the video. Basically, it's basically an hour long. I wasn't gonna do an hour. Now I'm already an hour. But you know what? This is the very last video before the actual it being done live. I'm gonna have to keep these videos on file, and then when the one's done live, I put these at the end of the live video, so they're all one. The only problem is I think I destroyed the other video from Canvas Gold Bar placeholder number 100. I think I deleted that video by mistake, but we'll see what happens. So this is it, guys. Dollar minute art forever. I will have a counter running in the description of this video, because maybe when this is sold in the future, maybe it will run at the minutes from this uploading on. So when the painting goes on sale, who knows how much it will be at the time it goes on sale when it's done live. If I do it or some indigenous person in the world does it. But I think that's it for me, guys. Canvas gold bars are money. Everything else is just gold. Dollar minute art forever. The price goes up forever. Time is our friend. Time is our ally. Every art in the world that's traditionally priced is over there. My art, time priced art, is over there. On the other side. We stand alone. All collectors in the world in the future, congratulations if you own my art, if you're watching this video. And I hope everybody that owns my art, that you take a really good look at this, and this is the way it's meant to be. What you see right here. Not this exact gold frame, obviously, but I don't know, maybe you could 3D print this frame. I don't know. Anything's possible, right? Oh, I gotta grab something to eat. That's it. The last video. When you see me again, who knows? Thank you so much if you're a true fan and you're a true artist. If you watch another artist to the very end of the creative process, this video is a piece of art. Let's just take another good look at this painting. Beautiful. Unique. Very unique. Very, very unique. Thank you so much, guys. See you soon. What's the last thing I could say here? Eat good. If you're having problems in the world with food and stuff like that, you eat a little too much fast food, you drink a lot of sugary stuff, and you eat a lot of sugary stuff. Right now, in this moment in time, as far as I'm concerned, I kicked it all. And maybe that's more valuable than any dollar a minute painting or canvas gold bar or anything like that. Maybe that's more valuable. If that's all you take from this video and my art in the world, just eat properly. Enjoy life.